What's holding you back? Holding you back from touching the sky? What's holding you back? You gotta fly like an eagle and go high. What's holding you back? Holding you back from touching the sky? Oh, holding you back. You finally gotta reach for the sky. I was born to succeed, not to be a spoken or real. Told myself there's more to this than just waking up when I feel. So I made a commitment to turn my earnings up. Couldn't see myself as an employee that still couldn't. Looked in the mirror, saw a spark in my eye. Knew I had to hustle and stop living a lie. I packed my dreams in a suitcase, took the first train. I'm headed for the horizon where success is no doubt.
Greetings and welcome to another edition of What's Holding You Back. My name is Rob McCray from the Business Building Network, and I am so excited to be with you one more time as we're going to have a wonderful program coming before you today, as we're going to have a very nice topic in which we can speak upon, and that is what are 10 of the best places for us to live throughout the world. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. So pull up yourself a chair, grab yourself something to drink. Let's have a nice little conversation about that. And please, by all means, share some of the places in which you have visited, whether they be some vacation destinations or whatever the case may be. But if it was something, a place in which you may consider in living, then please drop that in the chat. We would love to hear more about it and get your feedback on it, as all of your comments are more than welcome, and we can all share our input on those um, comments as well. So, yes, that's going to be our topic for discussion for today, and we're going to have a great time in speaking about this particular topic. Now, you may be wondering why we're speaking upon this, and the main reason why is because if you missed the program last week, we had a wonderful discussion, and we were talking about, are we getting priced out of America? Yes. So, with all of the things going on here in the United States, with the war going on in Iran, gas prices going up, food prices going up, the cost of housing and everything else is just overinflated. And so we're just getting to the point where many people here in America are really suffering. And if it keeps on going in the manner in which it is, a lot of people are not going to be able to survive here in America. So that is what brought about this topic here, in which we're going to be talking about today, talking about some of the 10 best places to live throughout the world and abroad. If any of you are thinking about trying to find an alternative location where you can find things a little bit more cost effective when it comes to your actual cost of living. So that's going to be our topic for discussion for today. So as you are jumping on board, please, by all means, leave us a comment in the chat. Let us know where you're tuning in from. We would love to hear your feedback and welcome you to the broadcast. Yes, please excuse my voice. I got a little sore throat going on there, so if I start to cough and break up a little bit, just bear with me and we'll get through this. But yes, we're going to have a wonderful discussion this evening. All right, I see my one and only, my favorite, Pastor Fred is with us this evening. God bless you, sir. And so good to have you here on What's Holding You Back. So, yes, family, as you are jumping on board, please leave us a comment. Let us know where you're tuning in from. And also, if you like to share any of your previous destinations in which you have visited, or maybe even lived at one point in time, if you want to share that in the chat, by all means, go ahead and do so, as some of those recommendations for great places to live. All right, so without no further ado, let us get into our conversation for today. All right, so let me just bring up my slides and we're going to be showing you. So, what we have two lists actually, two top five lists. So, the first list is going to be more from countries in a warmer climate, a tropical climate. So, for those of you that like to be in those type of areas, this first list is going to be more appropriate for you. And then the second top five list, that's going to be in a more of a cooler climate in those areas. And also the cost of living is going to be a little bit more expensive. So it's totally up to you to figure out what suits you best. But like I said earlier, by all means, please leave your comments in the chat as to some other places in which you have visited and some other places in which you recommend as to being a good place to live. All right. So let me bring up my slides. All right. So starting off at number 5, top 5. So like I said, it's going to be two different lists, two top 5 lists. This one's going to be for the warmer climates. And the first one here is Mexico. Yes, Mexico, which is located right beneath the United States of America. So just to tell you a little bit about Mexico, and this might be a little surprising to you to see Mexico on the list, but you can't necessarily believe a lot of the things that we hear and see when it comes to the media as they portray different parts of the world in such a bad manner. But when you hear people talk about these different places in which they have migrated to, and they tell you about how welcome they feel when they get to these places, then you have a better understanding of what the culture is really all about. And then you have to look further into it to see if it may be an option for you. All right, so Mexico covers a total area of about 1,972,000 square kilometers. And the current population of Mexico is estimated to be approximately 135 million. Mexico's nationwide average temperature it ranges from between 50 to 82 degrees, which is heavily influenced by elevation and latitude. Although low-lying desert regions can exceed 100 degrees Fahrenheit in the summer, whoo, yeah, that's smoking. The native language is Spanish, but English is also understood in most tourist areas. So living in Mexico, it offers a very vibrant community focused on a lifestyle with a significantly lower cost of living. Yes, I say amen to that. Significantly lower cost of living compared to the United States. So expats enjoy rich culture, excellent food, affordable health care, okay, and mothers that give birth in Mexico can get permanent residency and the child can get dual citizenship as well. Okay. So a single person can live comfortably in Mexico on $1,000 to $2,000 US dollars per month, depending on what part of the country you are living in, right? So Mexico features a mix of high quality and private and public healthcare systems. Private healthcare is widely used by expats and is often a fraction of the cost of care in the United States. And many doctors are bilingual, especially in areas with large foreign populations. Let me just bring up another slide so you get some other images of what Mexico looks like. Okay. And yeah, you can see the beautiful city there. All right. So Local markets offer cheap, fresh groceries, while public transportation like buses and subways cost merely cents on the dollar. So getting around is very inexpensive there in Mexico. So places like Mexico City and Puerto Vallarta, hope I'm saying that correctly, have growing Black expat communities. Many African Americans say they appreciate the lower cost of living and less aggressive racial atmosphere and living the beach life. Yes, when we all like to live the beach life. And temporary residence visa allows you to live in Mexico for up to 4 years, and you must show some proof of certain level of income or savings. All right, so that is Mexico for you. All right, so our next on the list, we're going to go into Costa Rica. All right, I see we have my nephew has joined us. So good evening, Antonio. Bless you, sir. Good to have you with us. So yes, family, as you're jumping on board, please leave us a comment. We would love to acknowledge you and welcome you to the broadcast. So we're going over our top 10 lists of the different places around the world in which you may like to live. And we're going to do two different lists. So this first one is going to be a top 5 list. Dealing with mainly the tropical areas. And then the next top 5 is going to be some parts of some countries in the more cooler climates and mainly over there in Europe. All right. So we have Deacon Patrick. God bless you, sir. Thank you so much for joining us. Good to have you with us. So yes, so just went through our fifth ranked country on the list, which was Mexico. And now we're going down to number 4. And number 4 is Costa Rica. So Costa Rica covers approximately 51,000 square kilometers with a population of approximately 5 million people. So it's very small. All right. The average year-round temperature in Costa Rica is around 79 degrees. Okay. So not too hot, not too cold. Spanish is the official language of Costa Rica, spoken by the vast majority of the population. In tourist areas and major cities, English is widely understood and also spoken. So life in Costa Rica centers around the renowned Pura Vida, a philosophy that embraces a relaxed pace, deep appreciation for nature. Yes, I can greatly appreciate that. And warm community ties. While it offers tropical beauty, yes, Costa Rica is one of the places that I have on my bucket list that I definitely want to visit. And it offers tropical beauty and excellent health care. Okay. Expats must adapt to a higher cost of living and a slower, more bureaucratic pace of daily life. Okay. A comfortable lifestyle typically requires about 2,500 to $3,000 US dollars per month, through costs vary based on different locations within Costa Rica. A one-bedroom apartment outside of a major city ranges from $500 to $800. So well, that's very good per month. While luxury homes or rentals in popular tourist areas run significantly higher. Okay, so yeah, depends on what parts of Costa Rica you're trying to move into, is going to greatly determine the amount of money you're going to need to handle your everyday living expenses. So residents and citizens have access to the comprehensive medical coverage for a monthly fee scaled to your income. So depending on, I guess, how much you make will determine how much you have to pay for your insurance. Costa Rica is one of the safest countries in Latin America. Okay. Petty theft is the most common issue, but violent crime is largely localized to specific areas. Beautiful tropical climates with many great sights to see. Yes, I believe they have the rainforest out there and all so many great wildlife adventures that you can go on and see in different parts of the country. So yeah, it is something that I really want to see for myself. So this one is definitely on the bucket list. So this is Costa Rica. All right. Okay. Antonio says, me too. Yeah, 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 yeah. We were just talking about taking a trip down to Costa Rica. So yes, we definitely have to do that. Okay, Pastor Fred. Pastor Fred giving you a shout out. Deacon Patrick, he said, how's the family? So yes, yes, yes. All right. So next up on our list, let me bring up the rest of the slides here for Costa Rica. So yes, this is the beautiful country of Costa Rica, the city life you're seeing there. And here you're seeing a little bit of the wildlife and all of nature's beauty that Costa Rica has to offer. Yes, it is truly a beautiful sight to behold, and I can't wait to get a chance to visit the country over there. All right, so let's go into the number three place or destination that we have on our list, and that one is Thailand. Yes, Thailand. All right, so let me tell you a little bit about Thailand. So Thailand's current population is approximately 71 million people. So it is a very densely populated area with the approximate square footage is only, well, not only, but 513,000 square kilometers. So yes, it is a very densely populated area. Thailand has a tropical climate with an overall national annual average temperature ranging from 80 to 82 degrees. So, wow, yeah, very nice. Temperatures remain warm to hot year round, and they say it is also very humid. So, it's going to take some adapting and getting used to that. All right, so the most widely spoken language in Thailand is Central Thai, but English is understood in most tourist areas and also in business areas as well. Living in Thailand offers a blend of rich culture, incredible convenience, and a significantly lower cost of living compared to the West. Excuse me. High quality housing, world renowned street food, and healthcare are remarkably affordable. You can comfortably eat meals for under $3. Wow. Can you imagine that? You can comfortably eat a meal in Thailand for under $3. You can't even get a bag of chips in the US for $3. That's crazy. Wow. Okay. So the country boasts 24/7 food access, affordable ride sharing like the Grab app. I guess that's similar to Uber or something like that, and cheap, easily accessible services like laundry and spas. However, long term success requires adapting to a new social rhythm and managing the challenges of visas, humidity, and the temptation to live in constant vacation mode. Okay, so yeah, have to at some point in time switch it off vacation mode and get back to getting back to work. So we can definitely do that. So Thailand has major has become popular among Black digital nomads and retirees because of affordability, hospitality, and the lifestyle. Many say they feel more is judged as Americans than by their race. Okay, so that's good to know. So, yes, that is Thailand for you. So just bring up a couple of more pictures for you. Okay, that's really nice there. Okay, yes, so that is Thailand. So, yes, family, as you're watching, please share your destinations in which you have been to or other places in which you're thinking about. And let's see if we can add them to our list at a future date. All right, so now we're going to go on to our destination number 2, and that one is Canada. Deacon Patrick, what you say about that? My brother lives in Canada, so yes, he will have a lot of say so about this one here. So Canada is right above the United States, in which most of us are located here on this live broadcast today. So Canada is the second largest country in the world. Wow. With a total area mass of 9,984,000 square kilometers. Wow, I knew Canada was big, but I didn't know it was that big. But looking at the slide here, I believe all, no, is that green up top still Canada? Or is that another country? But yeah, nevertheless, Canada is massive. The only bad thing I would say about Canada is the cold. I couldn't deal with that. So that would not be on the list for me. But other than that, it really is a beautiful place. We had the opportunity to visit up in Canada a couple of times throughout the years, and it is truly beautiful, very nice and clean. The people are very friendly, and we just had a good time being there. And fortunately, it was during the warmer months, so we didn't have to endure the winter season because yeah, I'm not trying to be in Canada for that time of year. All right. So, because Canada is the second largest country in the world, its climate varies drastically depending on the region in which you are in. However, the national average temperature ranges from around 23 to 27 degrees Fahrenheit in the wintertime, while spring and summer averages around 73 degrees Fahrenheit. So Canada is a beautiful country. Yes, indeed it is. Um, and Montreal and Toronto are some of the main cities known for their diversity and multiculturalism. While racism still exists, yes, it does, sadly to say, but that's pretty much anywhere you go in the world nowadays. Many African Americans report feeling safer and less politically divided than in parts of the U.S. Yeah, the U.S. just can't get out of his own way. So, living expenses in Canada can be rather expensive. Yes, I have heard that. And compare very similar to the cost of living in the United States. Okay. But the one big difference is that Canada has their own publicly funded healthcare system. Let me repeat that one more time. Canada has their own publicly funded healthcare system. So that would be a big relief to many of us who are coming from the United States and having to deal with these outrageous insurance rates that we are having to pay here in the stateside. All right. So, yes, that is Canada. Let me share some more of the images for Canada. Okay, let me see. We got some couple of comments coming in. Oh, we got my sis. Sis from Bold Nutrition. Blessings, my sis. How are you? Yes, yes. So good to have you. Yes. And Canada, indeed, it is truly massive. Okay. So let me see who's this. JD plays games. How would worship look like in Thailand? I have no idea. I would have to look more deeply into that. But that is the Asian culture. So I'm not sure if they have other places of worship. I'm sure they do. But yeah, we would have to look more into that to have a better understanding of what worship would look like in a place like Thailand. But I have heard many great things about people that have moved over into that country. So I'm quite sure that would not be an issue. Okay. All right. So Montreal is where it's at. And the healthcare system is very good. Okay, okay. So since you've been over there to Montreal, have you lived over there? Okay, so yeah, that's good to know. Good to know. Oh, Sister Tiffany. Okay, okay. All right. Blessings, sis. Good to have you with us. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'll look into that and see what that's all about, and then I'll get back to you on that. But yes, good question. Good question. All right. So yes, here we have some more images here of Canada. And wow, yeah, love this one here. This mountainous region. Yeah, the waterway over there in Canada. So yes, that is beautiful. Okay. All right. And Sister Yvette says, I've been to Toronto and Niagara Falls. Yes. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Niagara Falls is a big tourist attraction. Yeah, I've been there myself, and yeah, very nice. Okay. So yeah, thanks, sis. Thanks so much for sharing that. So yes, that is Canada, which is number two on our top five list for the more tropical regions. Although Canada would not be considered one of those, but you get the idea. All right. So now going on to our number one destination on our excuse me, our number one destination for our top five list. A drum roll, please. Pastor Fred says Hawaii is next in line. Yes, Pastor, you got that so right. Yes, Hawaii and Costa Rica, those are my top two on the bucket list for vacations, not to live, because Hawaii is very expensive. But yes, definitely on the bucket list. All right, so number one for our top places to live, it is the country of Ghana in Africa. All right, so let me tell you a little bit about Ghana, Africa. Okay, so Ghana, Africa has a landmass of over 238,000 kilometers and a population of 31 million people. Ghana has a tropical climate with a nationwide annual temperature ranging between 79 and 84 degrees. So it's not as hot as I thought it would be. So that's pretty good. English is the official language spoken in Ghana, serving as the primary medium for government, education, and formal businesses. However, Ghana is highly multilingual with over 80 indigenous languages spoken across the country. Okay, yes, very diverse. So Ghana is located on the west coast of Africa, which borders the up and coming Burkina Faso and also Togo, and not too far from Nigeria, as you can see on the map on the screen here. So Ghana has a very diverse culture, a thriving economy, and a good educational system. Although Ghana is considered to be a little expensive in certain areas, but offers a lot of the amenities that we are accustomed to here in the United States. And the people are very, very friendly. So, yes, that is good to hear. So, keep in mind that if you want the foods from this part of the world, or the foods that we're more familiar with, just remember, if you try, well, not try, but if you want to get those type of foods in these other countries, of course you're going to have to pay a premium dollar to get those foods in those countries because of the import fees, right? As opposed to buying the native products there that are grown in the country, you're going to get them for pennies on a dollar because they don't have to be transported overseas. So that's why you're going to see a big difference in the price when it comes to getting things from abroad as opposed to purchasing from the local markets. All right. So Ghana provides free primary health care for residents and foreign residents. Okay, good. And foreign residents can register for state health care by visiting your local district's office after becoming an official resident. Ghana has become a major destination for African Americans. Yes, I have heard many people speaking about going over to live in Ghana. So, yes, that is true. And the returns so far have been good. You know, a lot of people say that they like it, they glad they made the move. And so far, so good with that transition. All right. The government actively encourages the African diaspora to visit and relocate through programs like the Year of Return. Wow. Many Black expats describe feeling a deeper sense of belonging and cultural respect in Ghana. Wow, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. So, yes, they are welcoming back um, the people here from not just the United States, but all across the world to come back to Africa, to Ghana, with this special program that they have. What's it called again? The Year of Return. Yes. So they have a special program in place to get people coming back into Ghana, Africa. Okay. All right. So, yes. So this is one of the many reasons why Ghana is number one on my list, the top five list of these tropical climates. And as you can see, these are some of the houses in Africa, Ghana, Africa. And you can see they are very modern and up to date. Looks very nice and clean. And there's the big city. So maybe not what we would expect as far as what the media may portray. But when you get to see these places and you hear people talk about them and they show off their homes, then you have to have a greater appreciation for what's going on in different places throughout the world. So don't just listen to what you hear on the media because they paint a very different picture from what reality truly is. Okay, so all right, Sister Yvette says Costa Rica is pretty affordable to live. Okay, all right, well that's good. Good to know. Good to know. Okay, Antonio is interested in Ghana too. Yes, yeah, that's another place that we talked about as well. Okay, yeah. So yeah, we definitely going to do some more research on Ghana because yes, it's looking very promising. All right, so that is our first top five list of places in a more tropical climate, except for Canada. And now we're going to move over to our second top five list. And a lot of these countries are going to be over in Europe. All right, so let us begin. So the first one we're going to look at, we're going to look into the Netherlands. Okay. Sister Tiffany, blessings, my sis. Oh my goodness. Family, if you missed Sister Tiffany, where we had her 2 weeks ago, yes, she is a financial specialist and she did a marvelous training on different strategies that we need to have in place to manage our money and make our money work for us. For us. So yes, please, by all means, get in touch with her. Sister Tiffany Lena Ford. She is a financial specialist. We had her on the program, I believe, 3 weeks ago. Financial success. So yes, please, by all means, go back onto our YouTube channel and rewatch that if you missed it previously. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, me too, sis. Me too. Yeah, it was kind of a touch and go for a moment because I'm battling this little sore throat and I don't know little thing I got going on, but we made it through. We made it through. So we here. All right. So let's get back to our second top five list in dealing with majority of the country over there in Europe. Okay, so the first one we are starting off with is the Netherlands. Okay, let me just, okay, bring this up. Okay, all right, so the Netherlands covers a total area of about 41,000 square kilometers. The Netherlands is the one in the red, right there next to Germany and Belgium, and you have France down here at the bottom left as well. So the population of the Netherlands is approximately 18 million people. The official and most widely spoken language in the Netherlands is Dutch. It is a West Germanic language that is closely related to both English and German. The Netherlands features a temperature climate resulting in a mild winter and cool summers. The annual average temperature hovers around 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, not too bad. Because there are few natural barriers, regional variations are small, though southern provinces tend to be slightly warmer. Okay, amen to that. Living in the Netherlands offers a fantastic, walkable, and biker friendly lifestyle with a renowned work life balance. However, it comes with a highly competitive housing market. Well, we're used to that. High cost of living, we're definitely used to that. And cultural nuances like directness and strict scheduling. Okay. The Netherlands ranks high for transportation, healthcare, education, and work life balance. People there often report lower stress levels and high overall satisfaction. Healthcare in the Netherlands is a highly rated universal system that blends mandatory private health insurance with strict government regulation. Every resident is legally required to purchase a basic healthcare package. Okay. All right. So, yeah, we are a bit accustomed to that, but yeah. So that is the Netherlands. I'll bring up a couple more pictures. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I like that there. Yes, yes, yes. All right. We got my brother Artis Norvell. Yes, my brother. Keeping going. Glad to be here as well. Yes, my brother. Good to have you. And Artis was part of the broadcast a few months back. And yes, he had a great deal of insight on also finances and management. So yes, he's another brother that you need to get in touch with any of your financing concerns and how to manage your money and make your money work for you. So yes, good to have all of you with us here this evening on What's Holding You Back. All right. Liking the map. Okay. All right. Appreciate it. Okay. Tiffany says, looks like I'll be learning to speak Dutch. Okay. Hey, all right, nothing wrong with that. Okay, okay. Pastor Alvaro, God bless you. Okay, yes, yes. These are some really beautiful, beautiful countries. I hope you were here to see the rest of them. Yeah, we're doing the second of our top five lists for a total of 10. The first five, we'll do a brief recap at the end, but the first five were more of tropical climates, except for your country there of Canada, which you live as well. We threw Canada in that mix. And now we're over here in Europe and other countries. And this is number five on this second top five list that we're going through now. All right. So let us continue. So, all right. So number four on this list is the country of Australia, the land down under. All right. I know you can't really see that too clearly, but Australia is the one in yellow nearest to the bottom of the globe there. So let me just tell you a little bit about Australia. It is a sovereign country and the world's smallest continent. Wow, I did not realize that Australia was a continent in itself. But yes, so this was a bit of geography learning lessons here. So yeah, appreciate that. It is located in the southern and eastern hemispheres between the Indian and Pacific Oceans, often called the island continent or land down under. Mhm. It lies south of Indonesia and Papua New Guinea, the northwest of New Zealand. Australia covers about 7 million, wow, 688,000 kilometers, and Australia's population is estimated to be approximately 28 million people. Okay. So Australia's overall annual temperature hovers around 72 degrees, excuse me. Because of its massive size, exact weather varies sharply by different regions. So English, excuse me, English is the language spoken in Australia, and living in Australia offers a highly desirable quality of life defined by a laid back, outdoor focused culture, robust social services, and strong working life balance. Let me bring up another slide. Wow, that's nice. So, yes, this is the land down under. Let's see what else we got. Okay. The country has a notoriously competitive housing market. And let's see, with major cities ranking among the most expensive globally. Surprised to hear that. Okay, but good to know. Australia has beautiful weather, a strong economy, outdoor lifestyle, and good health care makes Australia very attractive. It's ideal for people looking for opportunity mixed with a relaxed lifestyle. Citizens and permanent residents have access to Medicare, which is Australia's public health insurance system. It subsidizes or covers a large portion of medical and hospital costs. Okay. The schooling system is well regarded globally with top tier universities, excuse me, scattered across major cities. So that is Australia. And this here is another slide of the beautiful city life. Okay. All right. So now going down to number three on our top five lists. And number three is going to be Sweden. Okay. So Sweden is at the top here, right next to Norway and also on the side of Finland. So this is Sweden. So let me tell you a little bit about Sweden. So Sweden covers an area of approximately 450,000 square kilometers. Sweden's total population is about 10 million people, with the average temperature in the summertime of 53 to 73 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, so it doesn't get too hot there. And in the winter, temperature ranges from 30 to 37. So it's not too cold either. So that's pretty good. Swedish is the official language of Sweden, spoken by over 10 million people globally as a North Germanic Scandinavian language. It is closely related to Norwegian and Danish. Living in Sweden often offers an exceptional quality of life defined by a strong work life balance. Generous parental, parent, excuse me, generous parental leave. Okay, good. And excellent public services. While the social safety net is highly valued, newcomers should be prepared for a high cost of living. Okay. Long and dark winters. That's a no no. And a reserved culture that can take time to integrate into. Okay. Income and corporate taxes are relatively high to fund Sweden's robust welfare state. Okay. Which includes universal health care and tuition free higher education. Wow, that's good. So, yes, universal health care and tuition free higher education. Okay. So that means you're not paying for college education. Beautiful. Sweden is praised for social support systems, innovative clean cities, and family benefits like long parental leave. Okay. People there value peace of mind over constant hustle culture. The standard work week is 40 hours, and a 5 to 6 week paid annual leave is the norm. Mm, yeah, okay, I can go for that. 5 to 6 weeks of leave, okay. That means 5 to 6 weeks of vacation time for the year. Overtime, it generally overtime. Oh, overtime is generally discouraged, and offices prioritize family time and well-being. Okay, love it, love it, love it. So yes, that is Sweden. And here are some more images of Sweden. Yes, this is very, very nice. And oh yeah, so also they have the what do they call it? The Norwegian lights or the northern lights. Yes, 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 yes. So they say that you can see this in I believe in the winter time, the winter season, certain times of the evening. I believe it was like from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. in certain places. You can see the northern lights when you look up into the sky. So wow, yeah, that's really got to be a beautiful sight to behold. So yes, 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 love that. All right, yes, my sis, very beautiful, very beautiful. Yeah, yeah, them long winters that lost me too. Yeah, I'm with you on that, sis. Nah, can't do that one. All right, so that is number three. Yes, number three on our list is Sweden. So now going down to number two, we're getting down to the nitty gritty. All right, so right next to Sweden, we have Norway. And Norway is number two on our list for the top five over in Europe. Okay, so let's see. Let's talk about Norway a little bit. A little bit. So Norway covers approximately 385,000 square kilometers. The population of Norway is approximately only 5 million people. Okay. People in Norway speak Norwegian, a northern Germanic language closely related to Swedish and Danish. Due to the warm Gulf Stream, Norway's climate is far milder than its high latitude suggests. Okay. The national average temperature range from 27 to 50 degrees Fahrenheit, depending on the region. Yeah, I was surprised that it would be that warm over there in Norway and Sweden. But I guess because, like they say, because of the Gulf Coast stream, it brings a little warm air there to that part, so they don't get it too cold. So that's a plus. Although couldn't deal with the long winter season. But however, temperatures vary drastically between the mild coast, cold inland valleys, and the Arctic north. Yes, I could imagine. So living in Norway offers A plus safety, majestic natural landscapes, and a strong work-life balance, but it comes with a high cost of living as well and dark winters. So yes, just like Sweden, they're right next door to each other. So yeah, I would imagine the climate is pretty much the same between the two. So let me bring up another slide here. Okay. Oh, gave it away. I hope y'all didn't see that. So yes, this is still Norway here. All right. So you see the northern lights there as well. Okay. So Norway, let me see here. Norway spends approximately 9,000 per capita or per person on healthcare. So yeah, that's a little pricey there. So yeah, healthcare is going to be pretty expensive here in Norway. Norway offers free education, and that's a good, excellent healthcare, strong work, strong worker protections, and one of the highest happiness ratings in the world. The country focuses heavily on balance instead of burnout. So expect to spend roughly 2,000 to 4,000 US dollars per month on your normal living expenses, depending on your location and family size, with rent being your greatest expense. Yes. So, yeah, that is what we have come to expect and understand. All right. So, this is Norway, number two on our list. And now we're going to bring up our number one. I hope you didn't see it when I brought up the slide previously. But number one on our list is Switzerland. Yes, 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 yes. Switzerland is number one on our second top five list. So let us talk a little bit about Switzerland. So Switzerland covers a total area of approximately 41,000 square kilometers. The population of Switzerland is approximately 9 million people. And Switzerland has four national languages. It has German, French, Italian, and Roman, the Roman language. Each language dominates a specific region, making the country highly multilingual. Switzerland's average temperature varies widely by altitude and by region. Nationwide, the annual temperature is around 42 degrees. In the lower lying cities like Zurich and Geneva, summer temperatures average between 65 to 82 degrees, so it definitely doesn't get too hot, while winters hover between 28 and 45 degrees. So surprisingly, it doesn't get that cold either, so that's good. Alpine regions are significantly colder. Yeah, I hear they have some great ski resorts in the mountains. They're known for their skiing slopes over there in Switzerland. So I'm quite sure it gets quite cold in those mountainous regions. Switzerland is also known for its incredible healthcare system, high salaries, low crime, and breathtaking scenery. People there enjoy a very high standard of living and strong financial stability. Okay, good to know. It is expensive, but many say the quality of life makes it worth it. Okay. Healthcare in Switzerland is highly privatized and mandatory, costing residents an average of 430 US dollars per month. Eh, it's not too bad, but yeah, it's up there. For basic health insurance premiums, living in Switzerland offers an unparalleled quality of life, defined by exceptional safety, pristine infrastructure, and a robust economy. High salaries and low taxes generally offset the steep cost of living, but residents must navigate strict societal rules and a highly competitive housing market. So, this is Switzerland, our number one destination for our second top five list. And here are some other images of Switzerland. Yeah. So you can see those big mountains in the background there. And yeah, looks like they got a train coming through. Okay. So yes, very nice, very nice. All right. So let's just say Oslo, Norway. Okay. Yeah, yeah. I've heard a little bit about Oslo. Okay. Yeah. Thanks for sharing that, sis. So yes, family, there you have it. Our two top five lists for the top 10 places in which to live. So let's do a brief recap for those of you that tuned in a little late. So number one, we have on this last list here is Switzerland. Number two was Norway. Number three was Sweden. Number four was Australia. And number five on this top five list out of Europe was the Netherlands. The Netherlands. Okay. All right. And for our other lists from the more tropical climates, we had at number one, we had Ghana, Africa, number one on this list. Number four, we had Canada, Deacon Patrick, Pastor Avro, your neck of the woods. Canada made the list. And number three, we had Thailand, okay, over there in Asia. And number four was Costa Rica. Yes, on my bucket list of places that I have to visit. And number five for this one was the Mexico. Mexico. Yes, yes. So these are our two lists for the top 10 destinations and wonderful places to live. Um, Depending on what your preference is. So please, family, share in the comments section some places in which you may have visited, may have vacation, may have heard about. Of you heard some good recommendations about some good places to live. We would love to hear your thoughts and also talk about it a little bit. Um, I'm quite sure since we have all of our family here from Jamaica. I know I know you're gonna put up that Jamaican flag and put it up there and say, "Why Jamaica not on the list?" So yes, put it up there. Yeah, we got to talk about Jamaica a little bit. Okay. All right. Antonio says, I think I like Ghana out of the list so far. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Ghana's Ghana is really looking good. Really looking good. And when I heard that program that they have, to really welcome the people back, that was a great incentive right there. So yes, I really like that. Okay. Antonio says, what about Belize? Okay. All right. So I have to put that on the list as well for next time. Do some more research on that. Belize is that South America? Belize, Belize. I believe so. Yeah, Belize. Okay, okay, okay. All right. Sister Tracy Hendricks says Aruba. Okay, okay. I have not been to Aruba yet, but yeah, love the flamingos, and she loves Ghana. Okay, love that, sis. Love it, love it, love it. Yeah, I hear Aruba is pretty expensive though, but yeah, nice place to visit, I would imagine though. But yeah, thank you so much for sharing that. All right, Sister Yvette says San Diego, California, my next destination. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, been through Cali, but never really got out to see it. So yeah, that's another place that yeah, I definitely want to go to. Okay, Pastor Alvaro says I need to go to Turks and Caicos. Oh yes, 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 yes. Heard some good things about Turks and Caicos, the island over there. Yes, yes, Pastor. So you must fill us in on that one whenever you do get over there. So yeah, heard some beautiful things about the Turks and Caicos. What other islands do we have? What do we need to know some more information about? Please keep it coming. Keep it coming. Okay, Sister Yvette says beautiful day spas and beaches. Okay, so Yvette, you've been to Turks and Caicos? Okay, okay, all right, all right. What are some other islands? Uh, okay, Antonio says yes, that's a good one too. Trying to think of some other islands. How is Trinidad? Trinidad and Tobago. Yvette said no, not yet. Okay, but it's on the bucket list. All right, soon to come. Soon to come. So yes, family, yeah, I love it, love it, love it. Love the comments coming in and getting all your feedback on this. But yeah, really enjoyed this segment here, talking about some different locations and which we can really get more information about. Tracy says it is okay. Okay. So which one you talking about, Tracy? Which one is okay? Turks and Caicos, Trinidad, or what? Oh, Greece, the Maldives. So that's where the Maldives is at. It's in Greece, really? Oh wow, I didn't know that. Okay, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. I've always seen pictures of the Maldives, and it looks so beautiful, but I didn't know that was Greece. Oh my goodness. Okay, all right, nice. Okay, so Tracy said that she's talking about Trinidad. Okay, all right, okay. So Trinidad didn't move the needle. Just okay. All right. Oh. So Maldives is not in Greece. Okay, all right. So yeah, where is the Maldives? Because that's like by, by the Fuji Islands, Fiji Islands. Where is that? But yeah, wherever it is, I know it looks beautiful. Yeah, definitely want to visit there as well. Yeah. All right, family. But yes, we got to wrap it up. But yes, I just want to thank each and every one of you for coming on this evening and being a part of the conversation. Really enjoyed it. and talking about some different parts of the world in which we may or may not have encountered, but we can put some more thought to when it comes to figuring out some options, some alternatives if things keep going the way they are here in the U.S. with the cost of living. So we always have to have some options in place and things we can look at as to, put ourselves in a better position if things don't get back to normal in these parts. But we shall see. We shall see. So Tracy says Barbados, not bad. Okay, Barbados, yes, that's another one. Good one. Okay, sis, thank you so much. All right, but yes, family, I'm going to close it out for this evening. I just want to thank each and every one of you for jumping on board with us this evening. I have to get ready and go over for Bible study. Yes, we have our Bible study this evening. But for all of you jumping on board, okay, Yvette says Maldives, South Asia region. Okay, yeah, that sounds more like it. Okay, thank you for sharing that, sis. Yes, but once again, thank you all for jumping on board. And if you have not already done so, please be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. As you can see the URL scrolling across the bottom of the screen. Give us a like and also share it out so your friends and family members can see this content as well and come and be a part of the program in the weeks to come as we come before you every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time right here on the What's Holding You Back Now YouTube channel and also on my Facebook page. Yes, Barbados, beautiful. Okay, yeah, definitely on the bucket list. Amen. All right. So, yes, family, once again, thank you so much. And tune in next week at 6 p.m. Eastern Time for another edition of What's Holding You Back. Have a good night, everybody.
What's holding you back? Holding you back from touching the sky. What's holding you back? You gotta fly like an eagle and go high. What's holding you back? Holding you back from touching the sky. Oh, holding you back. You finally gotta reach for the sky. I was born to succeed, not to be a spoken or real. Told myself there's more to this than just waking up when I feel. So I made a commitment to turn my earnings up. Couldn't see myself as an employee that still couldn't